All right, guys, we are streaming once again. I want to give a shout out to anybody watching out there. If you're new to the stream, I'm your host. I'm your streamer, Popeye Blackmore. That's not my real name. My government name is Andrew, but that's not nearly as fun. Tonight, you're gonna see we already got some. We got a little early tournament action here. We're already about 45 minutes in. Little $20 joint just to get the juices flowing. Yeah, this is what we're gonna have tonight. I have given myself the nickname the hardest working streamer on the internet. So buckle your safety belt. We're in for a 3, 4, maybe a 5-hour ride. We may stream poker, and then after we may stream horse racing after that. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully the cards have good things for us tonight. As you can see, the bottom left are my most recent poker results. Suffice it to say, it has not been as good as maybe the week before and maybe the week before that. But that's variance, and you can whine about it or you can embrace it and keep on fighting. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep on fighting. We're going to keep it nice and chill. And we're going to answer questions, and we're going to talk back and forth. And we're going to go, do stuff like that. You ask questions, I answer them. I remember I am on a 5-minute delay, so nobody sees the cards I'm playing until it's way too late for them to make the right decision. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do, and hopefully goes well for us tonight. We'll play some old YouTube music in the background while we're playing, and we'll try to take these tourneys down. So without further ado, let me put the background music on. What would you check the turn with? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That is not how you play that hand. So, yeah. So that's hey, you know what? We start out the night snapping off a pretty, honestly not a very enthusiastic bluff there. You're supposed to bluff when things get there, not when things clearly don't get there. But we'll see. Either way, that wasn't too bad of a spot to bluff. I mean, if they think I'm going after a flush draw, then it's good to try to push me off, but ultimately it's probably not something you want to do out of position like that, but so it goes. Alright, let's put these tunes on. Ooh, that's quad queens. Hello. Some big old hands. We've seen a royal flush. We've seen quad queens. You all doing too much work over here. You all doing way too much work. Way too much work. These hands are too much. Settle down. I was doing some Twitch watching myself earlier. Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. We're doing the hand rub. We are doing the hand rub. We're feeling monetary gains coming our way. Oh man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling stretched. Stroking the old beard. Hell's here. Royal flush hand. Let me put that, let me cue that on. Mute the background sound. I need some thinking. You know what? I showed some serious restraint today. I did not play golf. I was offered to play golf, and I really probably could have played golf. But I showed restraint. I said, nah, today I'm not golfing. Yeah, I mean, it's it's kind of we've been part of this poker group for a while, and it was kind of dormant on Facebook because you could go to the casino and play, and a lot of people that's what a lot of people did. You can go to somebody's house and play, um, but once Corona hit, um, I mean, everyone wants to, everyone wanted something to do. People were going stir crazy, so the the forum came back up, popped back up, and people were like, "I'll run a tournament," and and it started off, 15 or 20 there. The next thing you know, we were floating around with like, got up to like 30 and 40, and then it's a couple of them's got up, a couple of the tournaments got up to like 50 people, but then people calm down again. They're like, oh, it's not fun losing a bunch of money at home. And so they start, the entries dwindled a bit, but it's still plenty, still enough to get the juices flowing, and not a bad haul if you can take it down. All right, so we have the other tournament that just popped up is a 6 max pot limit Omaha tournament. See what we can do. Small amount of entries there. It's a $30. We'll see if our pot limit Omaha chops are pretty good here today. We get the early fold. Wonderful. Blinds go up every 5 minutes on this pot limit Omaha tournament, so everyone in this first few minutes is going to be mega deep. So the goal is to snag like the nuts with some free roll outs and get a bunch of money on with the nuts, and then a redraw to the higher nuts. But yeah, I mean, thanks guys. Yeah, I mean, I figure during this, I've been wanting to. If you're new to the stream, I've been wanting to stream for a while. This was a good opportunity. Poker is really popular, a really popular thing on Twitch, which is it's mainly like a gaming streaming platform. I mean, you see like people do live things streaming on like YouTube and stuff, but Twitch is more almost exclusively like a community for streamers. Mainly, the main item is like gaming, like insert whatever popular games, Fortnite, League of Legends, like World of Warcraft. I mean, there's probably people like live streaming like Roblox and stuff. But there's also a lot of there's also kind of like a niche community of like poker streamers. There's a lot of poker professionals that stream, and and it's really popular. And there's also like some chess players that stream. So basically, any game that you can interact well with online is something that people are streaming out there. And I mean, I think if you're watching this from from Twitter, which I have a lot of like horse racing people on, a lot of people haven't heard of Twitch, and a lot of horse racing people are like older people. But so there's not, honest to God, there's not really a market at the moment at all on Twitch for live streaming like horse betting, horse handicapping. But certainly it's something that can be interactive. it's something that you can go minute by minute, interact with people as the races run, and you can handicap, you can, exchange ideas. So kind of poker is essentially, it's something I'm doing. It's something that I know there's a crowd for already. So I'm doing it to get my to kind of get my feet wet, but like at the same time, um, I want to kind of introduce. I want to roll that whole horse betting idea into potentially getting bigger on Twitch. So that's my ultimate goal, is to start to develop that community. And poker's kind of the stepping stool to that. Kind of a soft landing type deal towards my eventual ultimate goal. This guy really like top two, man. Like really, I should just. Okay, all right. But yeah, so that's that's the idea. That's my eventual goal, is to popularize my streaming channel and grow it to the point where I. All right, awesome, Pete, awesome. So yeah, that's what I'd love to. I'd love to do that. I think. I mean, you see these handicapping shows, and the guys at God, I can't think of it. They're on Twitter, like Rod Allums Jr. and them. They're doing a show and stuff, and that's very similar to what I'm gearing towards, or going towards. And eventually, like, the ultimate goal is to get that interaction, get that chat stirring, get that rapport where where it's not just like on Twitter. You have a lot of like bettors out there like, oh, okay, here's my pick four ticket, but I want it to be more than just a Twitter thread. I want it to be an actual like conversation, a chat, and interaction where we joke about stuff, we give long shots, we talk shit about drivers and trainers and that sort of thing, and we build a community based on that. And there's a lot of like a good harness show with like good handicappers. Like I know Woodbine does a great job with Monique Vaj, and and it's great, but you only see them, but you only hear them talk for like less than 5 minutes before a race. I mean, I'd like to have a conversation or an interaction with like 100 people in a chat a minute before the race goes off, where we talk about like, why the hell is this horse being an overlay? Why is this horse 5-1? And get that. We drill it. Where we, get that full real-time, exchanging of ideas. I mean, because there's few things better, where you can, we all love, if you're watching this and you're from Twitter and you like horse racing, I mean, you enjoy the sport of horse racing, but the experience is that much enhanced when you're sharing it with somebody, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be someone like right beside you, but someone who has the same interests as you, and you can experience that as a collective, which can be really fun and exciting, and it can expand the um, exposure of horse racing. So thank you very much, Pete. That's awesome. It gives you hear that you hear that kind of that awesome sound, and I really appreciate the follow. Like I said, you're one of the first people that have checked out the stream, even on Twitch. I mean, on Twitter, and now on Twitch. So, um, God willing, this blows up into some great thing, and we get some notoriety and exposure from this. I'll say, yeah, uh, Long Shot Potatoes Pete was one of the first ones on the stream, and who knows? There's grand ideas. I try not to. I try to stay in the moment. I try. I'm always. I set some goals and obtainable things, but eventually we merchant a little monetization. Nothing crazy. I'm not looking to like quit my day job or like get like rich or anything, but monetize these things and get some merchandise out there and that sort of thing. I just think it'd be really fun, and I enjoy doing these things. I enjoy discussing it, conveying these ideas, and I like share. I like sharing, and I think I figured this was something that I was enjoying on Twitter, kind of the exchange with those with other horse people and that sort of thing. But um, there's no reason that dynamic can't be extended to like a real time thing like Twitch and all the other streaming platforms. I also think it'd be because I mean, on if you kind of if you float around on Twitch enough, what you'll see is poker. So like other gambling type things, like people like to experience things like that. If you on Twitch, like online slot play is like a huge thing. Like people like to watch, and they have like giveaways, and they have um, referral codes and stuff for like the casino you play and that sort of thing. Um, I think, and I'm sure these online casinos get a lot of like get a lot of traffic funneled to them by people streaming like slot machines and stuff like that. There's no reason like ExpressBet, TVG, Twin Spires couldn't get similar type referral by people streaming and getting it popularized. So I was sitting around one day and I was like, why not be a pioneer, a pioneer? I'm gonna write that in the chat, and people are gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about, you big weirdo?" Pioneer, and and embrace it, like, and I'm very much the type of person that isn't easily discouraged, and I think a lot of people have unrealistic expectations, especially in the early going of things. People are are very much willing to do the whole, quit before anything can really get started. I don't, I don't, I fully understand the idea of Rome not being built in a day. I didn't expect to like create a stream and then suddenly like, oh hey, oh look, there's 500 viewers now. That's not, going into this, that was never going to be the, I knew it was going to take a while, and I knew I'd have to sell. I'd have to sell myself. I'd have to sell myself as a streamer. I'd have to make it look good. I'd have to make it sound good. I'd have to make it look like I'm, doing what I can to make it, at least that at least I'm putting the effort to make it, somewhat polished. Maybe not super professional, but doing it in my spare time and whatnot. But I want to make the I wanted to make the sound right. I wanted to make the the vocals right. I wanted to make the screen readable, the chat interactive. I want you to be able to see this whole chubby face while I'm looking and playing stuff to the left. I even made sure that this webcam is in mirror mode so that when I'm staring at the screen to the left of me, that it actually looks like to the viewer that like I'm looking like really intently at like the hands. I'm like, oh my god, like, and then you share that image on the screen, because if I didn't flip the screen, it looked like I'd be like just looking to the right, and I'd be like, oh, I'm looking at something off the screen to figure out what my next move is. So, but yeah, I hear you, Pete. And I agree. I think it's out there. Like there's people that like you mentioned. You said like you weren't familiar with Twitch, and there's definitely people. I don't know how old you are, Pete, but there's people like my dad. He's in his 60s. He's retired. He's kind of a homebody, but he likes to traverse the internet. He's sharing silly memes and crap on Facebook. But at his heart, he's one who brought me to the track. So he's a horse player. So I think if he, gets exposed to these things, it'd almost be like a TV program. Like you just sign in, and you're like, oh hey, they're talking about horse racing. They're checking out tracks from all over the place, and they're having discussions about it. And they're really, it's a good place to find, if you're just kind of semi-active or semi-interested, you can check it out, and you can lurk. You don't have to, you don't have to type stuff in the chat. You don't have to, you don't have to do anything, to say, hey, I'm here in your chat. You can always chill out and relax. You can just watch what's going on, and then maybe if we're betting the horses, like someone suggests a bet, and it's like, oh yeah, maybe I'll make that bet, and you don't have to say anything in the chat. Of course, it's better when more people interact, but there's always that. I don't like this. If I call hemp could jam, and then someone rip roars over the top, and I just have ace 9 with fold. CH, I'm definitely thinking about that. It's hard because I'd have to I can do a window capture, but I'm going to have to like manually update it anyway. So, one thing I found out while streaming is it's really tough to like kind of go through the race, then make the bets, and then do like anything else. It's almost, even when I have like 10 minutes, it still like goes right to the to the post. Um, I mean, what I may be able to do is at some point, I can operate like a third monitor or something on here, and just like in the bottom right or something, show my show the bets I make for the race. Like, I would just have to click the refresh button and they'd pop up. But it's definitely in the cards. I'm definitely always thinking about ways to improve it and make the. All right, well, we'll call this if Rod Rod just calls. Thought Rod would go all in there. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely trying to fiddle with that, with the chance of trying to see what the bets are live. And if I mean, I won't have to do a whole lot, but it's much harder on Twin Spires to do that than Express Bet. Express Bet, it's easier, but there's there's definitely opportunity, and I know that'd be something of interest. You'd actually go to the kind of the this is the horse betting view, and interesting. Like, I split my left screen so that one side is. So it actually works well with the two tables of poker here. You can see both of them pretty good, and you can see what I'm looking at in the top right. That's the OBS screen. So I'm looking at your chat as I'm doing the. I'm looking at the chat as I'm checking out the poker. So that's the so like I can probably like finagle something in the neighborhood of, I don't know, maybe in this top right, like current bets or current bets, or even on the split screen capture. So this is where it'd have the two horse betting windows. I could probably like put that maybe like maybe across the bottom or in a small thing. But yeah, it's definitely it will definitely add to the excitement of the, just like you mentioned, TH, like living vicariously through it. But I know definitely it'll definitely add to the excitement of being able to kind of see that bet, especially, oh man, when I can't wait till the harness like comes back up and we're like sweating like a pick four, especially like there were some major pick four and pick five sweats I had at Cal Expo earlier this year. Oh, the oh. All right, we got this. Isn't a super ugly hand. So yeah, just the poker's on delay. The horse racing is 100% live, and the poker, like I mentioned before, poker's on delay for obvious reasons. But yeah, the horses are 100% live, and all right, we have some nut outs here at the Omaha table. Three's good. Alright, well, I want to protect this a little bit. 250. Pair kings. Oh, they mucked at the Omaha table. That's impressive. We get a fold at the $20 table. Moving along here, moving along. But yeah, the horse betting is full on live, and you know, you see it as I see it. You'd be able to, you know, if you're betting along with me, if you're betting along on the horses, you'd be able to, you know, someone actually, you know, I don't know if you had saw earlier in the stream. I think it may have been last night. It was either last night or the night before, but a guy came in from Twitter, was checking out the he was checking out the stream. He said, "Oh yeah, bet the 6 this race at Australia." And I was in the midst of trying to figure out a bullshit case for like the longest shot on the board to get in the money, whom I bet across the board. By the time I saw his chat up here at the top, he said, you know, bet the 6. Lo and behold, the 6 gets second at 16-1 and pays like $15.80 to place and like $10 to show. And I'm here left wondering why my fucking face is so fat. So he said he had 5 across on it. I'm like, and then to like rub salt in the wound, like I'm like, yeah, man, that's awesome. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome as hell. Like, keep on giving me. But then he left the stream. He's like, good luck. I was like, oh man, he did a hit and run on me. All right, we flop bottom set. It's probably not a good call. Now we have a boat, but it's not a good boat. Yeah, I'll fold. I definitely shouldn't have called the flop. That's just a terrible call. It's way too easy here for someone to have ace king or ace 10, even at a 6 max table. All right, we're getting some viewers on. If you are checking this out on Facebook, whoops. All right, we got Big Slick here. Let's get down to business. All right, we have a callable hand in the Omaha table. We have a foldable hand at the Omaha table. So yeah, if you're watching this on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube or Twitch, please feel free to comment. We're going to c-bet our Big Slick. We're probably just going to lay out just a little stopper type thing. All right, we hit an ugly straight. We hit an ugly straight at the Omaha table. We'll call it. We don't like it. We lose to 5-7, but It's good, but had blockers on the 7, so it makes sense. We'll fold. We'll fold at the... Yeah. We don't like it. We don't like it, but we'll fold there. Poop. Yes, if you're watching this on Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch, Twitch is already, we already got lively conversation there. Much appreciated. I love it. Love it. And or fire us up on fold there. Oh, okay. All right, we get a piece of this. Get a piece of this flop. We're gonna go BW Parkway. Get a call. All right, we have like this new fugly backdoor straight draw. Too many things help us here. I don't think we can fold here. It's a half pot size bet. 10's good. Queen could possibly be good. Jack obviously gives us the straight here. Well, that didn't fucking help us. Oh, second hand in a row with that joker. Okay, so we have nice. We have the straight. We have blockers to a better straight. We have some backdoor chicanery. Interesting. We're gonna put some pressure on old Budrick here. Pressure on my bro. Literally. I had him. Thank you very much, sir. Whoops. Sweet. That's a mirror Twitch chat. All right, we're gonna have to raise it up. It gets folded to us. Overpair, but nothing to get excited about on fold. Oh, this Joker. Fucking guy has not folded a single time to continuation bet. Yet here I am making continuation bets. God. Fucking shit. Alright, gotta refocus. Can't be making silly continuation bets here. Knowing someone's gonna like flop like an under pair and just fucking call anyway. Alright, we have Ace King. Do we goof around? I think we just open shove here. Like, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go. Alright, if we shove any flat calls here. There we go. There we go. We have a nice shovable stack here, so we like this. Not enough to just cleanly call off, but enough to make people think about it. And we get called by Ace 3. That's kind of silly. And it just boats up. Just boats up. It's always interesting that a lot of, yeah. It's it's really interesting like that people like confuse aggression with just like comically loose play. Like that's yeah, it's, I mean, I'm shoving light, but I'm not shoving Ace 3 light. And I'll be damned if I'm shoving like Queen King. That's just not how, it's not how I operate. Not how the pie guy operates. I'm still online on Facebook. What are you doing? You're slacking, Facebookers. Like I'm waiting to see some comments out there. I don't see anybody. There you go, Doug. Thanks for breaking the Facebook silence. All right. Raise it up in the Omaha joint. interesting. Definitely a pot bet. No, maybe not. Maybe we don't want to boost it too much. 10 ace. We're still in shoving territory. Oh, bud. Damn it. We get called by ace jack. 3 to split. 2 pair to split. No, we're out of that tournament. Alright. Damn it. Five-minute delay. The video itself is on a 5-minute delay. I think the chat is real time though. So I may weird how that because the it depends on how you do it. Like I'm doing the delay through OBS, so the the computer screen and my webcam and stuff, all that stuff is on a 5-minute delay, but the overlay, which is connected through Twitch, and the chat that's showing, all that stuff is real time. I wasn't sure how that worked, but now that it's a great fucking side effect of having a lot of people watch and chat. Now I can see that, oh shit, hey, this shit's all happening in real time. And we flop an absolute monster. As I'm talking about this, we flop an absolute monster here. If someone has something where, you know, we're definitely going to see some boosting of the pot here. Only thing it's a rainbow flop, so I don't have any redraws of any flushes. I don't have any diamonds, so we're looking for any dry. Yeah, we ran them off the pot. That's okay. We had redraws. We had middle set. We had the nuts. Yeah, we had draws everywhere. But yeah, if I recall correctly, like some Twitch streamers, like they're like they do their delay, I think, through Twitch itself, so their chat and their video is on a 5-minute delay, but it's pretty funny because like I can show. You know, I can say in the chat like, "Hey, watch this," and you'll see it like 5 minutes later, which isn't too bad. I mean, I guess that's how it is. It's just feeling good, man. Feeling got knocked out of that tournament. Standard stuff though.